can you introduce yourself to your French audience?
Sure, my name is Yossi Sassi,
Yeah.
and I'm a guitarist, pioneering Oriental rock for 26 years now.
All right.
I'm also a music producer worldwide, and I'm a co-founder of the band Orphanland.
How's the tour is going so far in France and the rest of the world?
So far, it's going great.
Yeah.
This is not the first tour with Desert Butterflies,
Okay.
but it's the first tour with the album with a full band.
Okay.
So we are introducing in this wing of the European tour this December. We have all the band, all my talented band members,
Okay.
Yossi Sassi band,
Yeah.
including the Mediterranean percussion, all kinds of instruments from the Maghreb and Turkey, Egypt, Greece that we are featuring live on the show.
Okay.
And of course the killer bassist, Orlu Bianica, which plays with Gus G and Marty Friedman and Michelangelo Batio, etc.
Okay.
They are all amazing musicians,
Yeah,
the band, and we are featuring also Mariangela de Murtas
Okay.
from Tristania,
Okay.
which is an amazing vocalist and a good friend.
Right.
She also sings in the album,
Okay.
Butterflies.
Yeah. Concerning the album, I mean the Desert Butterflies, and I love the title. It's great. It's great, and it means a lot. You played with two of my favorite guitarists of all time. You played with Marty Friedman, my God, right? and Ron Tal.
Yeah.
So how did you guys get to play together? Did you know each other from before?
Oh, yeah, we did. We know each other years before the album. I'm lucky enough, and I feel very blessed to have friends like Marty and Ron, and to have played, with the guitarists that were my idols when I was a teenager growing up. Playing with Steve Vai, Satriani, Paul Gilbert, all those, and last year with Steve Vai. And Marty and me, we are good friends. We know each other since 2010. He invited me to share the stage with him in one of the shows.
Okay.
And then we became very close. We toured together in Europe for 1 month, and then he recorded in both my solo albums. He was featured in Melting Clocks and Desert Butterflies. And he's just an amazing musician. He's a big inspiration. His style, his character, everything.
Definitely.
He's an amazing guy.
Yeah.
And Ron, Ron Bumblefoot is just, first of all, he's a person so fun to be with. He's funny, he's intelligent. You can talk to him about everything, and we're also very good friends. We had a few shows together, and he also plays in the album. He will also play in the next album next year, and he's an insane guitarist. I mean, he sounds like no one else. Really, is some soloing that he does, with those 8-finger tapping, and his expression is very expressive. And I just love his soloing. He's a great guy.
Definitely. But the thing is, Marty uses some more Eastern kind of sound scale, and you're using more like a Middle East kind of scale. How do you guys combine both? I mean, are we talking about the same kind of shapes, same kind of scales, arpeggios, or there's a huge difference between Japanese sound and the Middle East sound?
Well, I think when it comes to the music sense of things, it's quite different, because Japanese use quite a lot, at the end of the day, pentatonic scale with some secundas and some specific notes in the scale that they like to put an emphasis about, like harmonic minor or stuff like that. But a lot of pentatonic, everything sounds Japanese when you play it pentatonic in a specific pronunciation. The music I mainly inspire from the cultures I was born and raised into, the Middle East, from Turkey, Iraq, Armenia, Greece, Morocco, Egypt. This is the music I heard as a child. And these beats and these scales, the makamat, the Arabic musical scales, is a bit different. It's the closest I can find to it. We have Frigi, some modes, the Phrygian mode, harmonic minor perfect fifth, which is, for me, it's Hijaz. That's how I call it. Hijaz is only a few years ago I discovered there is a Western name to it, but the thing people should understand about my playing is when I play electric guitar, you have the distortion, you have the arpeggios, the technique, sweeping, all this, but it's in my heart and in my head. I think in Makamat.
Okay.
I don't think Western,
Also in terms of rhythm.
in terms of
Yeah.
rhythmic especially.
Exactly, yeah.
And also the scales themselves. First I knew them on the classic guitar, on
Yeah.
oud, on bouzouki, on chumbush, on charango, on instruments like that, which is traditional acoustic
that.
instruments, from
Yeah.
Bolivia, Romania,
That's a huge part
Egypt.
of cultural kind of thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a feeling.
Yeah, my music is a lot around the fusion of East and West, acoustic and electric, while the Japanese music that Marty so geniusly incorporates is more around Oriental Japanese
Okay.
specific flavors and a lot of melodic popish approach, which is doing tremendously good. But mine is more around finding the Oriental roots and the acoustic. My inspirations come a lot from acoustic, and I arrange it to progressive rock, metal, etc.
You don't play acoustic guitar, right? Or acoustic instruments.
Yeah, my granddad,
You're playing that.
rest in peace, Yossi Sassi, I'm named after him.
All right.
He played the oud,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
bouzouki, and he died age 94.
Oh,
He had 10 brothers and 10 children.
okay.
My father has 10 brothers and sisters. All of
Okay.
them play or sing or do both.
Okay.
My father sings in like 8 languages, Italian, Arabic, and Ladino, all kinds of. He's a very talented singer, and you can say a lot of my music comes from him and my grandfather, rest in peace, because Orphanland would never exist without my father. He brought us all the cool ideas of the songs. El Nora Lila, Nora El Nora.
Yeah.
All those songs is his idea.
Okay.
I would never have the idea to explore them if he didn't bring them to us. The opening of Sahara album, all this is him. So I owe him a great deal.
Of course, I can imagine that.
Yeah.
And also, there's a track on your last record which is remarkable. It's a vibrant tribute to Jason Baker,
Yeah.
Jason's Butterfly, and to this masterpiece, Air. And I'm still learning since the age of 16.
Yeah.
And do you know the guy himself, or have you already met him?
I've been many times. I've been very close to his house when I
Right.
go to the NAMM shows from
Oh,
once
okay.
in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're in the California area, I didn't have a chance to get there logistically.
Okay.
Hopefully and probably in the next visit.
All right.
But Jason is a big inspiration.
Of course, yeah.
And he's an amazing guitarist in my opinion. And he's, Air, which you mentioned, is
Yeah.
the inspiration for Jason's Butterflies.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
In fact, Jason's Butterflies, the track number 9 in Desert Butterflies, is the first recording, one of the first recording I experiment in my living room
Okay.
with a computer
All right.
in 1998.
Oh my God.
So what you hear is the original one take. It's 2 guitars, 1 take and 1 take, no edit.
Okay.
In 1998 on my old Ibanez 540S.
Okay.
So I didn't touch it at the beginning. I wanted to put this tribute in the album for Jason
Okay.
because Desert Butterflies speaks about the concept is about to follow your dreams and get out of the cocoon and be the butterfly you can in your desert. And Jason is such an inspiration, all he's gone through with ALS and his condition. So I thought he's a hero to have his influence there. That's why I called it Jason Butterflies. But this part is just a small tribute I recorded and kept, as you say, in the drawer
That's
and
funny.
closed
Oh my
it.
God.
And
Just you falling around.
it's me fooling around in the living room
Yeah,
with
20
a
years
Mac
ago.
and a sound card, 1998.
98. Okay.
Yeah,
Crazy.
quite a lot of years ago.
But I'd like to come back
Almost
to the music genre, because with Orphanland you started a new genre, and now there's a lot of bands who are getting into this kind of music. You got Myriad, you got Malaysia, or what do you think of this? Is there is there a new trend, there was a new wave of heavy British metal back in the 80s, 90s, right? So it's gonna be some kind of Arab, Middle East, Jew.
It makes me very happy to see that and hear that. All the bands you mentioned, Melaka, Shmirat, etc. I know them, of course I know the music. Most of those bands I know the people, of course. With Mirath, we did a tour together back with Orphanland 2013, and we're still in very good contact with the Mirath guys. When I started my music, my East and West, acoustic and electric, the pioneering of this Oriental rock metal, being the main composer of Orphanland to date, with more than 100 songs, there is, when some people really found it original. Some people, in 1992, 91, they said, who takes distortion guitars on prayers from the Quran and instruments like from Maghreb, and who does this like to the extreme? Not like one or two notes, like
Metallica,
for example, Metallica, or it's a bit Phrygian thing, or the Led Zeppelin, which all of those were amazing explorations, but no one, boldly went to go where you can go with the exploration of Oriental roots and contemporary music, and this is my life mission. I know it, I feel it in my blood. I'm doing it for 3 decades now, to find all the possible creative, innovative combinations of this fusion between East and West, and it's in my blood, it's who I am. As a kid I listened to a lot of music from different cultures acoustically. I had friends which are Jewish, Muslim, Christian, atheist, playing together. The instrument I created, the buzukitara, is me in a musical instrument. It's East and West, it's acoustic and electric, in the same body. And I feel really I'm just warming up. I can tell you the ideas I have in my head are getting crazier from album to album, and I really feel I scratched the surface of this exploration.
That's good. That's good. Religion, is there some kind of issues because the events experience here in France, exactly, and you're coming from a country where you guys are used to this kind of living with threats. Sadly. And we are not used to that, and we have to get used to this new situation. And my question is this an issue to rap music in the Middle East?
Well, music is never an issue because music is something is beyond the day-to-day. It's beyond the routine. Its power is even more than money and politics and religion, because all these is something, some people are Muslim, some people are Christian, some people are Republic, some are liberal. All people listen to music.
Exactly. That's true.
It's the only thing people do after food and sleep and procreation. Basically, what happened in Paris is a catastrophe. And this Friday, I will never forget it in my life. This Friday evening, I went off stage. I was in a special exposure event show for my friends from Wacken Open Air Festival, and I saw the news. I began like crazy to send messages to dozens of friends in Paris. I have friends in Paris. We lost friends. We have friends shot in the leg. They were in hospital, and I talked to them and correspond with them. Is horrible, and I think that today more than ever, musicians have a big responsibility, is to keep the world sane. I think the world is getting to a crazy place. Really, it's not good in the head to go to that place. And I think today musicians have the responsibility to take the power of music to unite people, regardless of their beliefs and opinions. And this is something that we all share, everybody that makes music. And it's a big responsibility, really. And that's why when I hear people like Roger Waters saying you boycott this, you boycott that, a musician should never separate people. He should always bring people together. Never say this, us and them, sides, This thinking of sides kills the world. Pain is pain. Sorrow is sorrow in every place in the world. When people die in Syria, it hurts. In Israel, in Palestine, in Paris, in Serbia, it's all this pain is the same, and people are people. So I just hope that with my music and the help of other musicians, all the musicians in the world, we make nice a bit more normal and sane, and remind people that there is a simple life. You go to work, you kiss your family, you see them again in the evening. It's a simple life.
It's really good to hear. So, can you talk to us about your guitar? What is specific about this? Because it's a mix between an electric guitar and a bouzouki, kind of Siamese kind of thing.
Yes, sure. Basically, this is the bouzouki Tara.
Yeah.
It's my design of a bouzouki guitar. It's a hybrid of 3 instruments in one body.
Okay.
It's an electric guitar, you know. And it's also an acoustic guitar with a piezo technology here on the saddles.
Okay.
And it's also an acoustic bouzouki, you know. You know. So it's also an acoustic bouzouki, and it's also an amplified bouzouki.
Yeah.
And this instrument is a big design challenge, because when I came with my idea, my vision and design that I sketched and wrote in detail, the ergonomics to a guitar maker, a luthier, he says it cannot be done.
Okay.
It's impossible. I said, you know, pourquoi? Why? And he says it's compete on shared resources.
Okay.
You see, the bouzouki likes a big hollow body,
Exactly.
and the electric guitar, the solid guitar, likes the full body, the mahogany. Bouzouki likes spruce, you know, like acoustic instruments, and he likes everything carved out for resonance. And he said it will sound bad, it will feedback and all that. So I went to a piano renovator, and this guy, I thought he doesn't know too much about guitars. He knows about wood and acoustic, and essentially piano is a string instrument aussi. Ouais, c'est string. Ouais, vraiment. Alors, it's a string and a percussive instrument. Piano is a very special instrument. It's an inspiration, this instrument, right? So for the mind and soul. So this guy was my partner in the making. Il s'appelle Benjamin Miller.
Okay.
And he helped me build this. At first it failed. It didn't work.
But at least tried.
We tried. Yeah. Everything the guitar maker, the luthier said happened. It sounded awful. It wasn't playable at all. It feedbacked, the bouzouki was danced, you know.
Okay.
But I was crazy, you know. When I held this failure, I said, ce n'est pas possible, you know. I have to do something to make it sound good. Excellent, you know. And I made 84 changes. I changed the necks, I changed the tuning forks, the machine heads to do the balance well. I changed the woods, I changed the spruce top and mahogany below instead of black limba corina that resonated differently. I changed all the electronic circuits here. We incorporated a kill switch and some other goodies. And the piezo technology of Graphtec inside. It has bare knuckle pickups, nail bomb here, and mahogany body, spruce top, and a rosewood neck on a fingerboard. Sorry, and you know, Spretzel tuning for Wilkinson bridge, Savas pickup here on the bouzouki. So really, you know, top-notch elements there.
Is that a guitar that we can expect to buy at some point?
It's you know, I didn't produce this for I didn't make it for sale.
Okay.
It's my model, sort of, but it's I built it for my needs, because the reason this guitar exists in the first place is because the music I compose demands me, when I play live, to go between the acoustic and electric and the bouzouki in the same song. You'll see it tonight. Ouais, ce soir in Marseille on the show. So you'll see. You have to go in the same song between the guitars. So I tried. I tried to put a stand or with a bouzouki and an acoustic guitar and come to them. Or, you know, sometimes it almost fall on the crowd. It was very bad. I tried to put 2 straps, a bouzouki on a strap on my back, and to flip it over like in Wimamsti, you know. It was horrible
It's
and
not quite.
rehearsal even it didn't work. I said I go and build it because it's my real passion. You know, it's a real need, and when you go with a real necessity, something that you want people that come and respect you to see your music, you want those people to get the same atmosphere, the same feeling of the studio work, the same in live.
Exactly.
And I don't want to play from a backing track or computer the guitars that I play on the studio. So that's how the bouzou guitar was born.
That's lovely.
Alors.
Looks just perfect. I mean, seriously.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah,
You'll hear it. It sounds better than it looks.
I'm looking forward to hearing it live.
Yes. Yeah, you will enjoy it.
I just have like a little last favor to ask you.
Yeah.
Can you show us just maybe one or two licks
Yeah.
that are typical to your playing?
Okay. I can, although most of them are on the electric guitar,
Yeah.
and it's not plugged here. We're in a room without an amplifier, but
That's perfect. Yeah.
some move I do quite a lot
Yeah.
is I do those trills. Yeah.
Okay.
Those trills. It's like, you know, I pull off.
Okay. So you start with upstroke. Yeah.
Yeah, but when I do it on the electric, it's a bit more intense, and it includes also. So I
Ah,
also bend the string at the end
quite
of the
tall,
trill, so it's
yeah.
like a.
Okay.
So it's like a. So I do that. So it sounds like the guitar is like crying, you know,
Exactly,
in a
yeah.
way. It's
like a voice.
very
right? Yeah.
expressive.
Yeah. Really middle
So
is
it's- yeah,
sound. Yeah.
So it has the trill and
Yeah.
the bend at the end.
Okay.
Another lick I like to do is to break the string in the middle in all
Okay.
kinds of places. You know
Oh yeah.
like
exactly.
those. I like to. So I like to go. You know, you can bend the string like. You can bend it like this, you know. But you can also, you can also come up to it, and you can also go.
And released it on the.
Or
Yeah. Okay.
or just come from half tone. It's always a bit different. You don't hear those fine differences maybe here acoustically on camera, but in a plugged guitar you really hear it. Those different kinds of bends. So I'm really a sucker for those kind of bends because I think the feel for the guitar is.
Yeah, it sounds like a voice.
sense.
Yeah, it sounds like a singing voice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At the end of the guitar, at the end of the day, the guitar is like the voice. Is your expression. Is your expressive instrument.
Totally.
So it's like you want to say something, something deep, something complex, and it's not just hi, how you are doing. It's I have a world to show you. I want to tell you, you can believe in what you can, and you can become something bigger than yourself, and these are big messages. To convey them with sound, you have to be expressive.
That's a beautiful job, right?
It is.
Yeah, compared to Microsoft. I mean.
It's like I like to say, rock and roll is a hard job, but
Yeah.
somebody has to do it.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much, Yossi. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
De rien. Merci à vous, Fred, et toutes les amis à iGuitarNews.com.
Ça marche. Merci.
Yeah, de rien.